How's it going, everyone? Um, Yesterday, or last night rather, was exceptionally weird and difficult to describe, as I've had only on occasion dreams that, would either transition from one random set of events to something seemingly completely different, or just two separate dreams in the night. Honestly, I'm not sure which of these this was. I don't think that's particularly important. I just wanted to point that out that there seems to be a disconnect between these two sets of events, but not necessarily because I don't know, because ultimately everything is connected. So there's a reason why I saw what I saw. Um, it might be implying of a sudden and abrupt shift to something, which is something to think about here. But basically, the dream started off in me in this center or a downtown area of a city that looked really similar to, I couldn't tell exactly because things were a little bit blurry and fuzzy, but I spent a lot of time in Pennsylvania. My dad lives in Harrisburg. I spent an entire month in Scranton, Pennsylvania before. I've been everywhere in that state from Pittsburgh to Philadelphia, except for maybe Erie. It's the only place I haven't been to really. It really looked like maybe Scranton, maybe a little bit bigger, maybe Pittsburgh. It was hard to tell, but it was that sort of environment. Very lush vegetation, a lot of foliage, a lot of trees, and a lot of rivers and water, and old style, kind of Art Deco downtown setting when a lot of places in Pennsylvania look very old style. Um, so my first thought initially was this might be Allentown, might be Scranton, might be Pittsburgh. It doesn't really matter, but that's the impression I got. And I was frantically searching for something throughout the city, and I noticed that there were no people just walking about as you would normally see, but the people that were around were all clumped together in circles, like very, very close together, actually. And they looked tense. They looked like they were in distress, like something wasn't right. And they were staying close together, presumably out of some sort of fear. But I'm walking around and I'm frantically searching, and I'm going to these underground places. I'm going to basements. I'm going inside of buildings. I'm searching for something. And I just find myself ending up kind of far from all that on a hilltop, overlooking everything. And there's this very sinister looking woman. In the community post, I said a Russian woman. I have no idea if she actually was or not, but she looked remarkably like Mila Jovovich, the actress that played um, Lulu Dallas multipass in The Fifth Element. That's who I'm referring to. She looked just like her, really, and which is kind of funny because she actually often plays that sort of a role of a villain, right? So this whole dream had this kind of almost cartoonish sci-fi like vibe to it in that sense. Um, and she's telling me that, she hid, I can't say the word, but she hid something in one of the basements. I'll spell it out, Nuke. And she said there's nothing I can do about it, nothing I can do to stop it. And I was just infuriated with her and pleading and trying to get through to her. And then some people started to show up around her. I don't know who they were or what they were on her side, whether they were or not, I don't know. But everything just faded at that point. And I don't think I woke up and dreamed again. I literally think I just found myself after looking at this woman in this tropical paradise. There were like these tiki huts everywhere, um, just all along this white sand beach and this turquoise blue water, this green, lush paradise. And I'm just standing there, and I go into one of these tiki huts, and there was people all over the place. Um, One thing I wanted to make clear was this place was odd. It looked very Earth-like, but not, as opposed to the Pennsylvania dream, which actually looked very similar to what it looks like now. There was something different and strange about this place, even though it was like any other tropical paradise you might see all over the world. But you can always tell because there's always something slightly off in a dream. And since I am incredibly sensitive to what I call the quantum oscillating harmonics or the frequency of a location, the unique signature it gives off, um, it's basically like the code to that place, for lack of a better word. Every place is like a song. Every place is like a symphony. It's like an album, and they have their unique key and their unique signature. So even if it looks 99% similar to Earth, that unique frequency and key signature, if you can tell, that's what sets it apart. And I don't know what I was doing there. I was just talking to some people, just walking about, nothing really going on. I remember somebody showing me something on their phone, what looked like a modern cell phone, but also kind of often different. And there's different skin colored people, from white to black and everyone in between. What I was doing there, I don't know, but I've been I've been trying to figure out why I'm been seeing all this most of my life to begin with. I've been really meditating on that lately, what the purpose is. It almost feels like I am forming a chain or linking these lifetimes and these worlds together into something. That is my theory. Um, and I also don't think I spend, it's going to sound really weird. I don't think I spend that long in any world I incarnate into. Um, Maybe 30, 40 years, probably on average. I get this feeling as a soul wanderer, I only get a taste. I like to get a taste of a place, immerse myself, but not too deeply. Because even though I don't really believe in a reincarnation soul trap, I do believe that you can immerse yourself so deeply and be so invested into a place that you just don't leave. I definitely think that's possible. And this place we're in now just it lost its music. There's no frequency, there's no tone, there's no signature, there's no symphony here. It's flatlined, essentially. At least that's what I sense. Does that mean I'm right? No. Could it be me? Sure. But compared to other places I see in dreams, by comparison, this place has completely flatlined. It's like dying, for lack of a better word. I don't know how else to say it. And it's really sad. Anyway, I don't know what you guys will think of this dream. I don't really think anything of it. Of course, hidden NUKE in a city is a theme that's been ongoing for years. Whether it's relevant to us or not in this day and age, might be. So far, we've been clear of that though, so good. That's good for that. So we'll see.